Thank you to Puzzle Quest for sponsoring today's episode. Does the Han Solo Kessel Run spell bad news for Star Wars? The Kessel Run. For decades, fans have wondered exactly what this parsec-splitting bit of Star Wars lore really was. Sure, expanded universe authors have come up with their own explanations for it in countless books and comics, but it began life as nothing more than a casual reference that George Lucas dropped into the script for A New Hope. Its real reason for existing was so Han Solo could say something that proved his prowess as a pilot, while still sounding alien enough that it could have come from a galaxy far, far away. Basically, you hear Han say his ship made the Kessel Run in less than 14 parsecs.
12!
Sorry. You hear Han say his ship made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. Your brain registers that as he won some kind of space race, or he outran some Imperial entanglements, and it's up to your imagination to fill in the rest. Until now, because if Ron Howard's Instagram is any indication, we may finally get to see the Kessel Run come to life on the big screen. The Han Solo director recently posted this from the set of the upcoming film, with nothing more than a caption that reads, "Spicy." So right now, there seems to be two options in play. One, they've cast Hollywood's new golden boy, Sean Spicer, in a yet-to-be-named role, presumably the press secretary for some bloated, incoherent slug-like creature. Or option two, Spicy is a reference to the spice mines of Kessel, which seems likely since what we're looking at in that pic is clearly some kind of mine. And if we're going to visit Kessel in a Han Solo origin movie, it seems almost impossible that we won't be seeing the Kessel Run itself. So now the question becomes, do we really want to see it? Like we said, people have been wondering exactly what the Kessel Run was for over 40 years now, so it's kind of understandable that the suits in charge would want to give the fans exactly what they've been asking for, a definitive answer. But maybe that isn't what they really want. Maybe one of the things that made Star Wars so special is that it gave us things to wonder about. Think about the Clone Wars. If you grew up in a pre-prequel era of Star Wars, the Clone Wars were just something that Luke and Obi-Wan mentioned offhand that served to give the world more depth and a richer history. From there, you could obsess and wonder about them all that you wanted. You could make up your own theories about them, or you could read other people's theories. You could argue, debate, discuss, and accept or reject whatever bits of expanded universe content that you wanted. But at the end of the day, the Clone Wars were never one definitive thing, until Episode 2 came out. And regardless of how you felt about that movie, you can't argue that it didn't deprive us of a little bit of the mystery that makes Star Wars so enthralling. Same with learning exactly how Darth Vader became Darth Vader, or exactly how the rebels got the Death Star plans. Star Wars feels so much like a real world because it's full of weird little details and asides just like the real world. But if we start over-explaining every single one of those details, the magic might get lost. Which brings us back to Han Solo and the Kessel Run. One of the things even prequel haters liked about the prequels is that they left Han Solo alone. He wasn't Chewie's little buddy on Kashyyyk. There were no obvious shots of the Millennium Falcon cruising through Coruscant. And please note that we said obvious. The prequels kept everything we did and didn't know about Han Solo intact by not touching them at all. So why are we undoing all of that now? Obviously, we'll wait till the Han Solo movie comes out next year to make our final decisions, but at the same time, we all kind of made our final decision about Han Solo a long time ago. He's a perfect character. One of the greatest in the history of sci-fi or fantasy. The best thing this new movie will be able to do is keep that reputation intact. The worst thing it could do is take him from this...
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
...to this.
Try spinning, that's a good trick.
But what do you folks think? Are we being big, oversensitive Star Wars babies? I'm not disagreeing with that, maybe. Are you excited to see the Kessel Run? Or should we just be leaving well enough alone? Let's discuss. And do you know what has more seasons than The Simpsons, South Park, or any of the infinite versions of Law & Order? Marvel Puzzle Quest. That's right, Marvel Puzzle Quest's 45th all-new season is called the Infinity Season, and it ends tomorrow, so jump in at the last minute to grab some awesome rewards or recruit the Inhumans' best doggo buddy, Lockjaw. Plus, for a limited time, you can recruit Thanos, the Silver Surfer, and Star-Lord in Cosmic Legends packs from now until September 30th. Download Marvel Puzzle Quest for free, available now on Apple and Android devices.